You guys, One Piece chapter 1155 just came out, titled The Rocks Pirates. We've made it. We're here. We've got a chapter full of events and actions and on-screen dialogue of Rocks and the Rocks Pirates in their prime. It's so beautiful. I mean, I haven't been a One Piece fan for as long as you and many other people, but this is crazy. This feels like something come to fruition right in front of me, you know?
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy. We've come a long way since the silhouette, and it's just great to be here.
Yeah, no cover page this time. We can jump right into the chapter. So we got Rox and his crew landed on Elbaph, and Loki's there. I'm really liking this kid Loki design, like especially with the eyes. Like it just looks so cool. And
yeah, me too. I'm a big fan.
Like without the bandages, like you kind of feel like even more bad for him, like seeing his like full face, because he's just like, oh man, like he should just be some cute giant kid, you know, but he's got this terrible disposition.
I think he's still cute. He comes across a lot cuter in this chapter.
Too. Yeah.
I like how Rox like brings up the threat of like hurting Loki like immediately. Like that's like he plays his card like as soon as he gets there.
I think he's like Blackbeard in the way that he understands cause and effect and like can sort of craft the world to his will, but Rock seems more hands-on and like more immediate with it. He's like, all right, Loki, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna do it because I said so. And then when Loki says no, he like at first Rock says, you're gonna tell your dad that you got hurt, but now that you refuse that, I'm gonna hurt you to make that true, to make Harald come home, you know? Like he enacts his will very kind of immediately, and I think which is different than Blackbeard. It's not just like Rox is the exact same as Blackbeard. Like his personality is pretty different.
So that's what I was getting a lot from this chapter was that so when I think of Blackbeard, I think of the schemer, plotter, pirate, obviously, and there's a lot of that in this chapter, but Blackbeard also like runs away, you know, like he escapes situations. He knows when he's like not cut out for something. And I feel like that's the biggest like difference I'm seeing, at least like so far, between Rox and Blackbeard. And the way, I mean, we'll talk about the parallels as soon as we get there, but hey, Rox saying, I want you, my crew, that's a Luffy thing. Like that's a Luffy thing straight up. And I think we're going to see more and more that like, you know, I'm still on the team that Rox wasn't all that bad. But we'll I mean, obviously he
we've seen here
that's a bad thing, but like I think he's more that morally gray ground than maybe people might think.
Yeah, I think especially from this chapter, I don't get evil vibes from Rox. I just get like he's a troublemaker, you know what I mean? Like he's strong, and I mean obviously he steals and he beats people up, and he's a criminal for sure, but he doesn't give off evil vibes. And I think in the same way that Blackbeard doesn't give off evil vibes, you know? He gives off pirate vibes, like 100% pirate vibes, but not evil in the way of someone like Doflamingo or like Emu and the Gorosei or others of that sort, you know? Like it's a different category.
That's the thing. The only people we've seen him wrong so far is, let's say, Emu, the Gorosei, and the Navy Admiral, which we know for sure for most of them, but the Navy Admiral might as well have been evil as well. You know what I mean? Like the powers he's going against are, you know, again, not to justify his actions, but like they're very understandable, if anything.
Makes me wonder if we're gonna get I mean, this is a flashback pretty geared towards Rox, right? But I wonder if we're gonna get like a Rox backstory to like understand his motivations. Like we know his intentions.
I think we will, and I'll explain why I think so later in the chapter. But we'll get there.
Okay, so we get the Rock's pirates' reactions to Loki. I like how Stussy calls him cute. Um, and I love how like crass Rox is. Like his dialect is very. It's not formal
It's like
at
a
all.
pirate.
Yeah, he like sounds like a pirate. It's like, did you
like
just
an
say
actual
pops?
pirate.
Yeah,
He says
pretty
"me"
awesome.
like a
Yeah.
couple times in this. Yeah.
So now we
Um,
get to Rox's swordsmanship, which I think is
yeah.
really cool because the way I read it and the way it looks is that he uses his sword sort of as like a
Like a blunt
handle,
force.
like a handle for Advanced Conquerors hockey. Like it looks
I
like,
read
yeah.
it as like he's not using it as like slashing attacks. He's using it as like a blunt force.
Or I think specifically to me, it looks like when Luffy was fighting Kaido on the roof for the first time, and like his punches
Oh yeah.
were hurting Kaido. Like it looks like that sort of style. So the way I read it was that
Yeah.
like Rox doesn't slash with his sword. Like he does have impacts, but they're like
Yeah.
they're Advanced Conquerors hockey impacts, and like they hurt like a hammer because his sword is the hammer and his hockey is like the mallet. I think that's the way I saw him
Yeah.
using it.
I can kind of see that too. I just like I don't know if like I guess there is lightning in the frame above. I didn't even like keep that. So yeah, I guess you're right.
And I mean, obviously he would have it if he's this goated. He's definitely got Conquerors hockey.
Oh, he has it.
Yeah.
We have it confirmed.
Yeah.
I think, but yeah.
And I mean, he laughs at Loki being injured. He's like, "Well, you refused me, but now it's true. Loki has been seriously injured. You know, call Harald in."
Yeah. I like this is like he definitely like hurt a kid, but I think like he's playing like he wants to like have Harold on his side as well. Like I think like he knows what he's doing.
Which is interesting, you know, if we are kind of drawing parallels between Luffy and Rox and like potentially like two maybe Joy Boy figures. Luffy having Loki on his side, Joy Boy figure, Nika figure having Ancient Giant on his side. Rox was trying to have Harold on his side.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something there. I don't know. Just kind of throwing stuff into the air. But
And
okay,
Blackbeard
now
has Sam on his side.
Yep. But I think the main part of this chapter, or the most interesting part of this chapter, in my opinion, is the Reverie flashback here.
Super interesting.
Like, it's crazy that this is I think this is like the fourth Inception flashback, or third.
There's a couple of flashbacks in this flashback.
Yeah, because like
it's actually like so
it's so layered. We're like 3 or 4 layers deep into this flashback.
It's the Loki flashback, the Harold flashback, and then it's now Rock. So I guess it's 3, right?
Yeah, like well, we went back in time. Like we went to the awful day, then we went back in time to Harold's youth. Then we followed Harold's youth up until now, and then we went back to the Reverie.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So it's like it is kind of jumping around, but I think it's fine. I think it reads well. It's pretty easy to understand when certain things are happening.
It does, yeah.
So Rox kidnaps 5 of the kings and then somehow makes his way to the flower room, which we know now, I think it's confirmed for the first time, it says deep within the Holy Land. So I think we never really knew exactly where the flower room was. We just kind of assumed where it was.
I mean, I don't know if we've said it. I think we have said it on this channel because I think I mentioned it briefly during the mural, even though I was completely wrong about it. That like it seems like the flower room has like a tree. It could be the very same sunlight tree Eve that we see in Fishman Island. So like it like goes all the way up the red line.
I think there's something about like it says it's flower room, right? So it's not like the garden. It's not like the courtyard or something. It's the flower room, and I think like potentially fruits and flowers have like similar connotation. Like I don't know.
Right.
Like they're, I think
No,
it's always been.
I get what you mean.
It's always been like a slight like theory that I kind of like to agree with is that maybe like if the sunlight tree Eve is in that room, then maybe that's the tree that birthed the devil fruits. Like like the
Devil
flower
fruits.
of the sunlight tree is the devil fruits.
Yeah, no, I think that tracks. And like, hey,
But-
if we go with the theory that a lot of people seem to be on with now, is like Rocks took the Ope Ope no Mi. I mean, if it respawned in this
Yeah.
room, you know.
True.
But I just want to say also, the Oda boxes are really interesting because like obviously they're non-diegetic to the story, and the narrator is like, you know, saying things that are kind of fact, like you know what I mean, or at least as much as fact as we can get. And narrator saying the incident would be the first and last of its kind makes me think that we're not going to get anyone coming to the flower room ever again. Like this was it. Like
Interesting.
any showdown with Emu won't happen here. At least that's what I want to read this as.
That's true. I mean, I think maybe we have to wait for official translation here, because maybe this could be like this was the first time this has happened and it hasn't happened since. Like that might be a read of it that the scans don't quite get exactly right. But so Emu does not give a fuck that Rocks kidnapped the kings. He just says, you cannot extort me with those sovereigns. So I think this sort of backs up or like aligns with the theory that Emu just kind of uses the kings as contract holders. Like it's not two-way. It's not like Emu supports the kings and the kings support Emu. It's like it's so one way that like Emu does not care if the kings live or die if they're not celestial dragons.
They're more like it's to uphold the idea of peace and justice, though it's not there. But yeah, I mean, like I also want to read into the fact that Rocks kidnapping 5 kings, using that as like some sort of extortion deal. He knows about Emu. Like, you know, I mean, he wouldn't come up with this plan if he didn't know like there was a person he could use it against. So prior to coming to Reverie, Rocks knew about Emu somehow.
Yes.
I think I will get into that like literally in one page, but
I think so.
Before we move on, I just want to say like it's confirmed that the figure who's been speaking to Emu in the room has always been.
I can check that as success. That was a correct idea that I had. I don't know if that was originally from my brain, but like I mean, of course, other people have said this, but I thought that independently.
Yeah, I mean, I think like as soon as we became aware that like the Holy Knights are aware of Emu, like it kind of tracked that like whoever that figure was like a Holy Knight at least.
I don't think Gunko is a Holy Knight right now. I think I don't know, she looks a little younger here, so I feel like she hasn't gotten the contract yet. Do you think?
I don't know.
Oh, we'll see.
I don't know. I don't know with the immortality and all that. Like I don't know. I mean, we run the timelines with Brooke. Didn't we say Brooke would be at this Reverie?
Like we said, it was possible. We said it was possible. So it does
there's like a
seem
6-year gap.
It does seem that whatever Brooke and Gunko's connection is now over. Like at the time of this Reverie, like they had already split.
Yeah. So I guess Brooke probably wasn't at this Reverie.
Yeah.
Like it seems unlikely now, right?
Yeah. Unless there's some like tertiary flashback to this place. I don't know. I don't think so. But Gunko seems to be like Emu's like number one servant.
Yeah.
Or like at least closest.
I'm gonna read into this. I'm gonna go like full tinfoil right now. And actually, this I'm just gonna speak my mind. This is probably not true at all, but um, we know Emu at least has some fascination with the Nefertari family and Lily and Vivi. Um, the attire Gunko is wearing reminds me of Alabasta.
True.
I don't know what that could mean or like why or whatever. But if we go with the body snatching theory of Lily, and then if Gunko is also from Alabasta, if there's something there,
Well,
and obviously
Gunko's from the Manmeyer family, confirmed now.
but I said like when we talked about it, or I don't know if we talked about it, but like there's a theory because of like the saintless translations and stuff, and obviously the ties in with Brooke and whatever. What if Gunko married into the Manmeyer family?
True. Yeah. Or
like Gunko wasn't born.
Yeah. So yeah, she was like adopted maybe, and adopted or married in or something. Like yeah. Like not by blood in the Manmeyer family. Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, so
and
like, do we think
it's all up in the air right now? I'm not even like holding stock into what I'm saying, but I was just saying whatever.
Do we think that Gunko is the only Holy Knight that is capable of becoming a vessel for Emu because of this like closeness that they have? Or do you think that Emu would be able to like take over Shamrock or Summers? Or is it only Gunko?
So I suspect it's like another devil contract situation where like Gunko probably signed off something.
Yeah.
For this to be allowed.
Yeah.
I don't understand fully the level of autonomy she has with regards to this stuff. Like it, like you know, it at least the way I read it, she seems to have like some sort of amnesia situation, maybe potentially, with like Brooke memories coming back in, maybe, and her words of like, you know, her very like celestial dragon demeanor versus her listening to New World by Brooke and all that's. I don't know. There seems to be like some conundrum happening here with Gunko's identity, and I wonder if that is because
like maybe
of like the devil
it's
contract.
truly like a sold her soul type situation. Oh,
Yeah,
sold her
like,
soul, and she gets her
essentially.
soul back from the Soul King. That'd be
Whoa.
fire.
Also cool that we see.
Like what if
Rocks with a
that's
gun.
literally it?
You
Like selling your like that might literally be it. Like selling your soul to a devil is such a common trope. And so like what if the contract includes Gunko giving up her soul, but since Brooke can now interact with souls with his music via his fruit power, that's how she can come back.
Versus Emu confirmed.
That'd be fire.
But yeah, I was gonna say like I like how we see Rocks with a gun here. Like, is he like the first person we see with a gun and a sword?
Maybe. I think so. But yeah, he's like super pirate. Like he has a sword, he has a gun. I also you know that like present day there is a sword stuck in the ground in the flower room.
Yes.
There is not right here.
Oh yeah.
Do you think it's Rox's sword?
No, I don't think they fought. It seems like Rox just went there and then like left, right?
Maybe Emu claimed it from God Valley and stuck it there as like a memento.
Oh, like it's Rox's sword?
Yeah. Like he claimed it
I
as
see
a
what you're saying
treasure.
now.
It was like
Interesting.
like kind of flexing like the only guy who was able to come in here and who to make it this deep into the Holy Land. He's dead now, and I've claimed his weapon, and now it's a trophy in the flower room to symbolize that.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
so
I really want to talk about this next page.
this is a very,
Um,
very, very interesting page. Like I think like
uh,
this is the page of the chapter for me.
yeah, we have a lot to talk about here, I
Yeah.
think. Um, okay, before we get into the silhouette, I just want to talk about the Oda box again.
Yes.
Um, so the man claimed to be a Davy Jonesian pirate,
Yes.
and there's like okay, so obviously the first thing, I'm skipping ahead into the chapter a little bit, it's confirmed long time theory
Mm.
that Rocks used to do Davy back fights, and that's
Mm-hmm.
how he gained his crew.
Mm-hmm.
Which is insane that like theory like came true, honestly. But it tracks. But yeah, obviously when the Davy back fight was like first introduced, they mentioned Davy Jones and like how that was the original like source of like, or the myth came from there, and how Davy Jones was like this figure who
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, stole ships and treasure and took them to the sea or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people in the community kind of leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know like Oda has made like a joke about Davy Jones like in SBS before or something like
Mm-hmm.
that. But like it kind of just like stops and ends there. And the more you think about Davy Jones, it's kind of like tricky to add to the larger mythos of Joy Boy and the Ancient Kingdom. It's like, where does Davy Jones even fit into all that? But the thing that everyone forgets about, this is something like I have been thinking about for years. And I don't know if you've thought about this, but like it's, you probably have because you just rewatched the arc. But in Fishman Island, Vanderdecken, Vanderdecken's ancestor, is the first captain of the Flying Dutchman,
Mm-hmm.
Davy Jones's ship. There's a connection here. Like it's the same myth.
Mm-hmm.
Davy Jones and the Flying Dutchman.
Hmm.
There's like 1,000,000% a connection here. And like I feel like this is why I think we're gonna get more into Rox's initial story
Mm-hmm.
on how like Davy Jones might have inspired him to be a pirate.
Yeah, because
Like,
I think the verbiage of Davy Jonesian is not that. I think it just means
yeah,
that he follows the same philosophy as him. Like he's
yeah,
like
yeah, exactly.
yeah, like he subscribes to his way of life. So so maybe Davy Jones was like the Blackbeard, the Rocks to Joy Boy.
How many layers? It's like so funny, like how far back it goes. But no, but that's so this is what confuses. Well, it's not confusing. It's just like kind of like again, it's just like so many layers of history and whatnot in this like fictional universe. But like, I think my general consensus was that, you know, you think of like the Buccaneer race,
Mm-hmm.
what that verbiage Buccaneer means. They're
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, actual like sea traveling pirates, right? They're Buccaneers. Um, and then you think of like what changes from Joy Boy's era or the Void Century till now, like, or pre-Void Century and post-Void Century. And we know there's the great like a great flooding probably
Mm-hmm.
happened or something, like a large amassing of water occurred in the world. So you want to travel by boat now. It makes it harder for the world to be connected, but
Mm-hmm.
those who were free and escaped their, you know, government bodies or even landlocking bodies, they traveled the world through water, and bypassing the law, they became pirates,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's interesting because I think narratively, it makes a lot of sense if the Buccaneer race were named that because of their, you know, ways of traveling through
Mm-hmm.
water because they're
Mm-hmm.
buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
But and you know, there's a lot of, I think, merit to argue that maybe Joy Boy was a buccaneer
Mm-hmm.
and he was the first pirate crew, you know,
Mm-hmm.
to, you know, sail or whatever. And I think the term piracy and whatever kind of stems from like that idea. You know, they're directly going against a larger force traveling water. I'm like really deepening through the verbiage here, and it may be an argument of semantics, but I think the fact that Joy Boy did that, it's very easy to claim piracy started there. And then you have a figure like Vanderdecken, who, again, we don't know how old the original Vanderdecken was. Wait, I forgot like which Vanderdecken we have.
The ninth is current one. So I mean that lines up.
The ninth.
That lines up.
Yeah, at least 9 generations of Vanderdeckens. But we have another Vanderdecken who was a captain of a ship, and probably a pirate, right? Like most definitely a pirate. So 9 generations ago, we had a pirate in what seems like a drought of pirates from the Void Century till Rox's era, and then we know he flew on, or he rode the Flying Dutchman, which is the Davy Jones ship. Like that is Davy Jones's ship. What does it mean to be a Davy Jonesian pirate? Like, what lore is there about Vanderdecken? Is he more important than we thought?
Yeah.
And Davy Jones, like, what does that mean? I feel like I don't have the answer, but there is something there.
I agree that there's something there, and I think it's very noticeable, especially on a rewatch or a reread, that Oda has just been drip feeding characters and events and ideas from the Void Century, just kind of randomly, not randomly, but just piece by piece, bit by bit, in unassuming parts that kind of leads up to big reveals, like just the poneglyphs existing, Joy Boy's name being there in Fishman Island, the voice of all things being like mentioned first in Skypiea, or like the fact that like this like ancient kingdom like conglomerate of alliance countries like Alabasta, Shandora, Fishman Island, like the story has been piece by piece been hinted at and not revealed until now. So that makes you think what is also a part of that story that we haven't connected to it yet, like Vanderdecken, like Davy Jones. Like what if these things that are a part of the lore are actually a part of the Void Century story, but we just don't know that they are yet.
It's true. I want to read. I just have it pulled up right here. The biography section of the original Vanderdecken on the wiki. Vanderdecken was the captain of a pirate crew that existed hundreds of years ago, and they all rode on the Flying Dutchman. But then, according to legend, one dark and stormy night, Decken suddenly went mad and began killing off his crewmates by throwing them off the ship. He then invoked the wrath of God, defying him, as a punishment, he and his ship were cursed to wander the seas forever. However, as legends tend to exaggerate, several points are debatable. The only things that are certain is Decken did exist, and he was definitely crazy. And at some point in his life, Vanderdecken came to the ocean floor to search for the legendary mermaid princess. So we knew he was interested in. I mean, it might have just been because he's a freak as well.
Cursed to wander the seas forever. Could that be an emu contract?
Well, true. Invoke the wrath of God. You know,
like that's very
godlike figure.
Like these days, stuff like that means a certain thing.
Yeah. You're right.
And so
I think there's definitely something here.
Yeah, I don't think we have the correct pieces to fully connect them convincingly yet, but I agree that there is something, and I think for certain Davy Jones was a real pirate that existed in the Void Century. Like I think I'm just gonna lock that in, no matter like maybe he was allied with Joy Boy, maybe he was on Joy Boy's crew, maybe he was like Blackbeard, maybe he was an enemy of Joy Boy, but I think at this point certainly Davy Jones was a figure in the Void Century, and maybe Rox knew about him, and that's how he knows about Emu through whatever story has the Davy Jones information. But
yeah, I'm like just, it's this weird, like the one thing that's like really confusing me is that it seems at this point everyone who like knows anything about the Void Century knows about Joy Boy. You know what I mean? Like, I get like he's supposed to be hidden from the world and everything like that, but everyone knows about like everyone who like is interested in the Void Century knows about Joy Boy, right? It seems like nobody knows about Davy Jones like at all. Like Davy Jones kind of feels the same like like in universe mythos of like the Sea Devil from like early One Piece. You know, like it's like this like talking point.
Well, I think it's like certain things from the Void Century became successfully mythologized. Like people don't think they're real. They just think they're a myth. Like I think Joy Boy turned into the myth of Nika, and Davy Jones turned into like the tradition of Davy back fights, and like maybe Emu turned into the myth of the Sea Devil. So like there are certain aspects that are technically known by a lot of people today, but they've been successfully mythologized so people don't think that they're real, and therefore don't know the true story of the Void Century.
Yeah.
But at the bottom of this page, this is so interesting. Just wait, one day I'll be back. What does that mean? Right. What does that mean?
I mean, like the first thing I thought of was the theory you brought up last week with the Rock's immortality, like Blackbeard insert. I don't even know, like other like, soul, inside Blackbeard soul theory.
I think there's two ways. One is more likely, and one is the immortal Rocks theory. One is the same thing as Roger saying I'll never die. Rocks saying I'll be back, my will be inherited, and whoever does that will be back. Thus being Blackbeard himself will be back and carry on Rocks' will. The more literal meaning,
and just like before, I agree with that point, but I think also like if Luffy does it, I think it's the same thing as well. I think like Luffy has inherited some of Rocks' will. Like not obviously it's not as clear as Blackbeard, but like him saying just one day I'll be back, like holding all of piracy on his back, like makes you feel like even if Luffy comes up to challenge Emu, the same kind of pretense. But yeah, sorry not to cut you off.
Yeah, so either Blackbeard. So sort of tangent. I think this points to the fact that this is happening now. This points to Blackbeard being the one raiding Mary Joie being pretty likely. Like Mary Joie being in flames right now.
It would narratively work.
Like really Rock saying one day I'll be back, and present day Blackbeard is currently raiding Mary Joie. Like it just fits so perfectly.
But isn't Blackbeard like trying to make Hachinosu like an actual country
I don't know.
Or something?
Like maybe it's just the Blackbeard pirates or something. I don't know, but it's sort of, I don't know his plans. Let the man cook. Let the man cook.
Yeah, I think we have to wait to see. I don't disagree that it will be like narratively very sound if like the flashback cuts and like it's history repeating itself right now right here. But I mean we just saw Katarina Devon and Van Auger in Egghead, and now they got Caribou. I feel like there's more pretense right now to talk about the ancient weapon stuff.
Yeah, true.
For marriage.
That's true.
But
yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think now for me it is a little like before I was like it's like 95% the revolutionaries, but now I'm like maybe it's like 20% it's Blackbeard or something like that.
I will say we still don't know where Lafitte is.
Yeah,
still don't know where he is at all.
But yeah, I think this chapter doesn't disprove, it doesn't prove, but it sort of hints at the possibility of Rocks being is the immortal Rocks theory and the Ope Ope no Mi Rocks theory. Like, how did he get there? How did he escape? Like, this is something that the Ope Ope no Mi would allow him to do.
Right. And
like the fact that he just jumps off the red line.
That's awesome. That's
Like
so
he just
cool.
jumps off the red line. But if he had that fruit, he would be able to jump off and then like shambles to the ground or something like that. Like
Right,
it's
right.
and well also when he has a sword. So the cutting the mountain that
He
could have
does,
been him
yeah.
in the last chapter.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
And yeah, I think this chapter does nothing to disprove the Ope Ope no Mi theory, does nothing to disprove the Immortal Rocks theory, and if anything, it sort of gives a little bit more information to work with there. So I think it just slightly shifts the possibility in the positive direction, but it doesn't like move the needle heavily one way or the other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Love this page of Harold on fire. It's really good.
It is very good. He's like, what the hell? So, do they have like flamethrowers or something? Like, why is he on fire?
Fuck it, bro. Crackpot theory. Someone has the no Mi on here.
Maybe. Or maybe a Kainu's dad. Maybe a Kainu's dad has the lava fruit before him.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Like it is really odd that he's just like randomly on fire. Like, I feel like we should have got a panel of like one of the guards like shooting a flamethrower or something, or like shooting him with like a cannonball or a bomb or something. But sure, I guess Marijois has like fire defenses somehow.
Yeah.
And then we get the clash. This panel is awesome.
It's so good. And like, I mean, I hate to be throwing the word around, but Yonko level, both of these guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Like this looks like a Yonko clash. It looks like Shanks and Whitebeard. It looks like
it is.
Whitebeard and Roger.
It's like Kaido and Luffy. It's like everything we've seen. Like they all like track. This is a Yonko level as far as I care. Like,
and I like how
they the sky splitting.
Yeah, well, there's no clouds in the sky already because it's Marijois.
Yeah, right. Never mind. They might be above. I forgot. Yeah,
they're above the clouds. Can't really do that.
Yeah.
But I love how they begin to clash, and then Rox is like, angle your attack so we can get out of here without being captured. So the blast radius will knock everyone back.
I also just want to like add to the power scaling, but like the clash between the two strangers blew away everyone within a 5-kilometer radius. Like, what the hell?
That's crazy.
What?
That's so crazy. This imagine how powerful Loki's gonna be if this is Harald, and Loki is like so gassed up right now. Loki is so gassed up.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like I mean, pretty much. Yeah, Harald doesn't have the fruit that he's been like protecting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like he does not have that.
Like Harald has a regular ass sword. Loki has like a mythical lightning weapon. He has like this powerful ass mythical devil fruit. And also he has insane durability and probably the same strength and like hockey level as Harald or better. Like Loki is gonna be so strong. He's gonna be so strong.
Yeah. But yeah, this is awesome. So, I just love like how immediately Rox like respects Harald.
Yeah. I mean he feels I mean this is also like kind of Luffy, like he like immediately kind of knows him and respects him just off of first glance or like first feeling, gut feeling.
Yeah. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like this type of interaction does not remind me of Blackbeard at all. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like the clash and then like immediately liking the enemy, like and like becoming friends with them, kind of like like this clash reads a lot more like Roger and like Luffy to me.
So I think that maybe this says more about Teach that he isn't like this. Like, yes, he is sort of very one-to-one carrying on Rox's will in his dream, but he is doing it in a different way.
Yeah.
Maybe like a part of Blackbeard's backstory is that it was kind of forced upon him to do this, and like that, like a forced inheritance of will instead of just letting someone do it. It kind of messes up the way that they enact it. It's like say the immortal Rox theory is true and he did put his heart in Blackbeard and he is living through Blackbeard. Like that would be enacting his will on Blackbeard to sort of like non-autonomously do these things. So like
right.
that could be sort of an explanation or like a reason for Blackbeard to act differently than Rox or Roger, and why in turn Luffy and Roger are acting very similarly, because Luffy didn't even know Roger. Like he just kind of innately believes in similar things that Roger does.
Yeah, I mean, and that's like why Shanks like fucked with Luffy, is because like there's no biased reason for Luffy to be the way he is, and like unabashedly he's carrying on Roger's will, has the same dream as him. You know what I mean?
So Harald has Conqueror's Haki, right? Like, there's no way they clash otherwise, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, if there's anyone who has the disposition of a king, it's Harald. Harald is like one of these, like maybe the best king we've ever seen. Like he's done so well for Elbaph.
He's the strongest for sure. Yeah. Like he is like, he's something else. No, this is a like Whitebeard Roger clash.
Yeah.
Like, this is awesome. Like when this gets animated in like 3 years, I don't know, but like it'll be awesome.
Like it's also crazy that like 6 months ago Harald was not a character that existed, and now he feels very integral to like just One Piece like as a whole at this point.
So happy. He's like quickly becoming one of my favorite like flashback characters.
Yeah. Like he might join the ranks of like Odin and Corazon for like goated ass flashback characters. Yeah. So
like, it's gonna be hard for him to top up for me, but he's up there.
So either this admiral is just a straight nobody, or his identity is being saved for later. Because
I think it might be the latter. I think it might be the latter, just because like I feel like look, there's a character later in this chapter that like I was like, why bother bringing this character in and not the admiral? But I'll tell you about it.
So so I mean it's confirmed now that the admiral just straight up died. Like I know people were like, oh, maybe the translation said like, oh, it took him down, or oh, he defeated, but like no, dead admiral, and Rox did it. He's the only one who's been able to do that in the story so far.
Yeah, Rox is different, man.
He is different. That one imposter is raw as hell. He looks like a freak.
Okay, so this is the spoiler I saw, was like this wanted poster.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it just because I joked about it last week, but it seems like a lot of people were on board with the theory. This poster looks a lot like Buggy's poster.
Yeah, it does have the same like three finger and like tongue out.
Tongue out. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've been seeing a lot more like fan art colorings of like blue and black striped hair, which is cool. But you know, I don't want to jump that just yet because it's such a crackpot theory. But
like there's no.
Wouldn't that be so funny?
It would be funny. I feel like that theory doesn't have the spark yet. You know what I mean? Like it's just kind of like an idea right now. Like it doesn't have the thing that makes it click for me. So until that happens, no, I don't believe it.
I think there's such a jump in character lore and like a bunch of other things. I think like the one reason I remember back when, because this was a theory for a long time, I don't know if you knew, but like the Rox being Buggy's dad theory has been a theory for a while, but it was a theory because like the idea was that obviously they got Shanks from God Valley, but we don't know where they got Buggy from.
Where did Buggy come from?
And it was like, yeah, and like the idea was like, what if Buggy was also from God Valley, but not from not from the Celestial Dragon side, but like it's Rox's child. But yeah,
I think we need something else, like something that connects them, like for real.
I'm with you. I'm totally with you on that. Yeah.
So yeah, he stole some money from a celestial tribute, and he says he destroyed the gates of justice, which is it's crazy. Did he bust it open with his like sword,
so that,
impact?
I was confused by that because am I tweaking, or didn't they like mention the gates of justice were like never like passed, or like it's been a long time? I don't even. Am I tweaking on that? Or am I confusing it with something else?
I really have no idea. Or I just don't.
Wait, what are the gates of justice? The gates of justice. That's like the Ennie's lobby thing, right?
Yeah, it's the gates that allow you to pass to like enter the circle between Ennie's lobby, Impel Down, and Marine
Ford.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I might be tweaking, but I swear there was something about. Or maybe it was like Ennie's lobby has never been penetrated in like years or something like that.
Yeah, I think
maybe I'm like tweaking.
I think maybe he like just broke one of the gates or something like that. But think about it, if he had the Ope no Mi, that would be easy to do. You could just cut it open and just sail right through, you know. That is a feat that is possible with that fruit. Or he just busted it open with his sword impact technique.
I mean, presumably he made it to the flower room without the Ope no Mi. Like I think he is capable, even if he didn't have it.
So yeah, then it's confirmed that Rox got his crew from Davy back fights, which makes sense because we're like, how the fuck did all these guys get on the same crew? Why don't they respect him? It's because they are respecting the rules of pirates over the respect for their own captains.
I also just want to add like a couple of points to this because like I think it is interesting. Again, this is a very like early stage of piracy. Like there shouldn't be that many pirates out there to begin with. Like I was thinking last chapter when we saw Whitebeard, I was like, how does this work? Because like there's like a very early flashback during Marineford where we see like a very young Whitebeard on a ship. We don't know what ship that is, but like it must have been
that ship is done for because they got Davy. Rox Davy back fought them, and then they just stole Whitebeard. Get over here.
But it's also interesting because I also wanted to say I was thinking of Shiki. How I mean I'm very on the board, like I'm on the team that Shiki's from Wano like completely now, just because of his attire and like two swords and all that. I was like, okay, so did like Wano, was there a pirate from Wano that was just like sailing? Like how does that work? And like it's interesting because he does have a different epithet.
His name is
like
Shiki
he's not the
Golden
Wicked.
Lion.
Yeah,
like maybe he was ousted from Wano for being fucking evil or something like that. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. But there's something. I guess if he has the flying fruit, he could technically fly.
Yeah,
but
which is crazy. But I like the in this panel of the Dayback fight, we see Rox boxing one of the captains, which is funny that's like really a tradition within the Davy back fight tradition, is that like the captains will box, which is so funny.
It's really fun.
So yeah, they made it to Elbaph. Then we get the full reveal of some of these characters that we haven't seen yet. So
I like the Loki where he's like Dad really came back for me.
Oh yeah. He's like, can't believe it. Like it sucks for Loki so much because like Harald would be a good father if he didn't have to also be an amazing king, you know? Like like he does give Loki love, but he's so busy and that's his higher calling. So it's not necessarily another deadbeat dad situation, but it's a situation where if Harald didn't have to do this, it is close. It is close. He does come back. Like, he does see his son when he comes back, but he's just not at Elbaph a lot of the time.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like later in Loki's life, like at least that initial part of the awful day flashback, it seems like Loki respects his dad. Like, when he gets called to the room or whatever. But yeah.
So we get.
Let's talk about this.
Like this is almost a double page spread. It's like it doesn't have like the top third, but
yeah.
Rox is buff as fuck. He's so built.
Yeah. He really reminds me of like Kid with this. Yeah,
you're
like
right.
The black coat and like shirtless.
So we get Don Marlin, which is a gangster from the West Blue. Do you think he's not necessarily related to Buggy, but like is
Buggy from the West Blue?
Buggy is from the West Blue, yes.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to say like
maybe they're part of the same, like maybe they're part of the same gang or the same like mafia or same organization or something.
I mean that would be fun. It's hard to say no just because they're a gangster and from the West Blue.
Yeah.
It's like but that is like, so I was about to say it's funny that we get a character introduction for Don Marlin, but we don't get to see the Admiral.
Yeah. And then Stussy is called the Tech Bandit,
and it's really funny.
Like, what?
I also like how like it is like kind of jarring, but like I do really like it how the Stussy we have in current time is like so different from this Stussy. Like the things that Stussy, like this I'm just gonna call her Buckin. This Buckin is saying is like so like evil. Like it's like really funny.
So like I wonder what the Tech Bandit means. Like, does she steal tech? Does she use tech? Because she was a part of Mads eventually, right? So she does seem like she's a scientist.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, she's so I always like in the back of my head, I felt like Buckin had to be like a bit of a fraud, but the fact that Rox went out of his way to Davy back fight win her makes me think that she's probably pretty good at whatever she does.
So I like maybe she uses tech to fight. Maybe she like is a like maybe like a Frankie Queen type for the Rox crew. Like, I don't know.
I kind of like that. Yeah. I mean, if Edward Weevil is like some strange clone thing of Whitebeard, maybe she was always like into shit like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. But then we get Ochoku Wangji, whatever the fuck. He looks like that, and he's
finally
crazy.
Get Wangji.
And he looks like Caribou.
Yeah, well, yeah, he does. I will say, like, this kind of confirms something. So yeah, we know a couple of things about Wangji, which is like I think really important. So first of all, we know for sure he was the leader of Hachinosu at a given point. The Rocky Port incident was like definitely like that.
After Rox, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. But now that we have his design, we can confirm Wangji was not there during God Valley. At least like he was not in that cover spread.
Yeah.
He was not on Rox's side. Which, if we really read into it, and what the real life Wangji was in our world,
he was a betrayer,
how he like
right?
aided the government. Exactly, he was a warlord. He was an actual like real life warlord, where like the government signed him on to take care of other pirates. And so, if we read into that, I think Wangji betrays Rox.
Wow.
And maybe that's how they stole the treasure out of Hachinosu. You know, like, there's a lot of ways to read into this. And the deal probably was, you betray Rox, we'll give you Hachinosu, or whatever it was. And
maybe it was a contract.
I think maybe it was a contract. But there's more to this, if you, like, really think about it. Because I know Oda said we're not going to cover the Rocky Port incident in the story, but he might be a liar. I think we probably should a little bit. Because wouldn't that be like really cool if Wang Ji betrays Rocks and then Blackbeard comes years later to kill Wang Ji?
Yeah, that's fire.
Like, that's like what happened.
And it
probably.
could be like that could be like a mini God Valley because Blackbeard worked with Kobe to take down Wang Ji.
Exactly. And Law was there.
Law was on the Rocky Port boat, I think. What actually? I don't know what the actually I don't
know. About 100 like he had to be there.
Oh yeah, Law. I think Law third partied. Like I don't think Law worked to take down Wang Ji. Law just was there and like and just kind of third partied the hearts during that moment.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, because Blackbeard and Kobe worked together. Law was just there and took advantage of it, and then Wang Ji was defeated. Yeah, I think it's cool.
Also,
I think it's a cool idea.
I will also say now that you mentioned the Caribou thing, and you're totally right. He does look a lot like Caribou, but he also looks a lot like Caribou's brother.
Yeah, so like he looks like both of them. So like maybe like
both of them mixed. Yeah,
like maybe he is their father.
Which again, does Caribou betray Blackbeard?
Because Caribou is it like a like cyclical revenge of betrayal? Like,
dude, I'm saying this is the theory. This is how the One Piece is gonna go. Rocks is betrayed by Wang Ji, and then Rox's son kills Wang Ji, and then Wang Ji's son betrays Blackbeard. It's gonna be crazy. There is credence that Caribou knows Luffy's dream. He was on the boat when Luffy said it out loud. Like it could happen. Caribou has multiple times helped the Straw Hats.
That's I don't know. Something about that is pretty hilarious. But this is an ugly dude. Wang Ji is ugly.
Yeah.
But then we see Ganzui the smuggler.
Yeah.
And what he says is interesting, and also he's the Thriller Bark soldier zombie.
Thriller Bark, yeah.
So
it's interesting because he's not Silver Axe confirmed.
Yeah,
like this was like a big contention for a while.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, people thought that Wang Ji was this guy Ganzui
for a while. People thought like there was like a bunch of because like Silver Axe and Wang Ji were the two like question mark characters really.
So I will say in this part of in this flashback in this timeline right here, there are still like 5 Rocks pirates that aren't here. There are I wrote them down. We're missing obviously Kaido and Lin. We're missing Gloriosa. We're missing John. John is not a part of the crew yet. We're missing we're missing Silver Axe, and we're also missing the guy who was confirmed to be Gil Bastar from the Wanted one shot.
Dude, that's so funny.
And that Gil Bastar, John, Silver Axe, and Ganzui, those 4 end up being soldier zombies.
Yeah.
So
Thriller Bark is God Valley, probably.
Thriller Bark is God Valley, or at least Moria went to God Valley to get their corpses. That's crazy. Moria had 4 Rocks pirates as his soldier zombies.
Yeah. I mean, he was defiling graves too. We know that. Mm-hmm. Like he at least got Ryuma from Wano, right? Yeah. The massive gold deposit is interesting. What's more interesting is the shadowy organization. I'm actually not.
Who is that? Which organization existed like 50 years ago?
Like no clue. Like I can't I actually can't imagine what it could be. The first thought that came to my mind was like Revolutionary Army type of faction, but like they don't exist.
They don't exist yet, no.
This is pre-Ohara. There's like nothing. There's no faction that we know of yet that would do this, and they seem like very bipartisan. It seems like they're not like a part of Hachinosu. They somehow just like helped them, and that pissed off the government. You know what I mean? Like,
Do this is no. The poneglyph that was on Hachinosu is not a road poneglyph.
no, it's not. At least, at least when they refer to it. But when did they refer to it?
In the SBS.
Does that happen?
In the SBS where Oda kind of explained the Rocky Port incident, he said that Law was there initially because there was a poneglyph on the island, I think.
Unless like Guangxi is like the man marked by flames and then like continues to carry it with him. I can't see it being a road poneglyph. I don't know. I never thought of it as, but yeah.
So the fact that there's a poneglyph on Hachinosu ties it to the ancient kingdom somehow. Also, there's a gigantic gold deposit, and Shandora was the city of gold. Maybe that's another like web of connections of the Void Century. Like the Hachinosu, like before Hachinosu was like submerged, maybe it was like a mountain of gold or something like that. Like maybe like if you lower the sea levels, like it is a mountain of gold or something.
It just reminded me of this is not probably not at all what it is, but it reminds me of like when they referred to Skypiea and like Bellamy makes fun of them for it. They talk about like the Emerald City, and like they might have mentioned another one too, but I wonder if like it's something like that where like there used to be like these like islands that were, you know, all of like it was like a gold deposit or like emeralds or whatever, but like they were submerged or whatever.
Yeah, because there needed to be a lot of gold to make Shandora. And
yeah,
if it is true that all the places that have poneglyphs are somehow connected to the ancient kingdom, that means Hachinosu had to have been connected to the ancient kingdom, which means that if it was an ally, there could have been like some trade. I don't know, just making some weird connection, but.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But like, I mean, poneglyphs can also be moved around is like the other thing.
That's true. But yeah, Ganzui is the smuggler. I don't know if that is important at all, but he just seems like a criminal.
The smuggler.
He's also big as hell.
Yeah.
He's bigger. No, he's like almost as big as Whitebeard.
Yeah. Big guy.
Harald declines. I like Rox's kind of speech here. He says like, what's the point of reaching for something that's impossible? You gotta level the playing field. And he's I wonder, this has got to be close to when Harald makes the deal with the world government.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's coming up, but I'm just like noticing this. Like again, we talked about the differences between Blackbeard and Rox. Like Rox seems to be tricking the government, and his end goal is to make Hachinosu into a pirate paradise, which he succeeds in technically. But Blackbeard wants to take pirate paradise and then like legitimize it into an actual country. It's interesting.
Harald refuses, and Loki sees Rox declare his dream of becoming king of the world.
Yeah.
One day,
I like Harold's face after that.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, what the hell are you doing?" One day, someone's bound to pull it off, and like, first gut instinct is, "Oh yeah, Blackbeard's gonna do that for him," but like maybe he's talking about Luffy, or like not talking about Luffy, but like the one that will complete Rox's mission is gonna be Luffy.
Yeah.
I really like this. There's no such thing as a power that lasts forever. And
Yeah.
then this is this like you talked about this before, like last discussion of like there has to be a moment that like turns Rocks into like the Shanks figure for Loki. This is it. He sees him.
Yeah.
This is what
Yeah.
makes Loki want to destroy the world.
Yeah.
Like it's the first thing that instills the idea into Loki's head of that the world itself can be an enemy. And I think that like over time that turns into Loki's desire, maybe maybe after his father was killed, maybe after he was chained up, maybe that festers in his mind for the 6 years that he's in prison. But like this is the inciting moment where he learns that the world is actually his enemy.
I think we're still missing a thing, because like I don't think there's. I agree, like he's had a bad childhood, and so here's why I'm like disagreeing with you a little bit. He's had a bad childhood. I understand why you would think he wants to destroy the world immediately, but if we follow the Shanks Luffy tradition, and we see clearly Loki is inspired by Rocks. Rocks doesn't want to, at least he doesn't say it out loud, and I don't think it would be like in his vocabulary to say this. He's not saying I want to destroy the world. He wants to own the world. Like he wants to take control over it and be the strongest.
I think this is the first seed that sort of teaches Loki that the world is something that he can go against. Like he can defy the world. And then eventually it might be the awful day that sort of like makes him go full force and wanting to just destroy it because he sees
I agree with
reverse
that.
his dad or something.
I agree.
That. Yeah.
I agree with the awful day being like in my head it makes sense that the awful day happens and then he's like, I'm gonna destroy the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is something I have to do. But before that, I think like if we go with the parallels of like Hadruddin wanting to be the king of the giants, I think like there is something interesting here because we see like I guess like Loki's like crying as well. Like
yeah,
like Loki's finding salvation in like something larger than himself for the first time in his life, and I think him hearing that like the world can be controlled, something that has like somewhat gone against him his entire life. The odds have not been in his favor. If he was just strong enough, he can control it all. It's such a childish thing, but like I think like that being in his mentality makes more sense to me than him wanting to destroy it all. Just right now in this moment. I think like he probably like sees like an opportunity to have control over the world, like control over his life maybe. But I don't know, maybe I'm reading into that a bit much, but I guess we'll see.
I think that's definitely a valid read.
I also want to say like, bro, if Harald joined Rocks, if that happened, holy shit.
They might have done it, bro. They might have done it.
They would have done it.
They might have done it, bro.
Yeah.
Like that shit is crazy. Like, well, do you think? Dude, that'd be like Luffy and like Kaido, like if they combined. Like it'd be like if yeah, it'd be like if Roger and Whitebeard fought together.
Yeah, it just like would have been like, oh my god, actually like bizarre, like wild. Yeah, and also like the ending of this chapter, I hope we're getting one more. I hope we're getting another Rocks chapter.
Dude, I will take as much as I can get. Like, yeah, I hope this lasts as long as possible. I hope we get.
Yeah.
I hope we get so much. Like, is the chapter being called the Rocks Pirates? I opened TCB and I was like, cinema, let's go.
We're up. Yeah.
Oh, we kind of skipped past it. I'm gonna go back to the emu silhouette, and especially specifically in the panel, where the narrator is talking. That is the most female emu has ever looked in this silhouette. Like that looks like hair going like this. It just I can just like you can just kind of like place like a typical like One Piece female figure in there, and it works.
I'm still I don't know. I'm still like we saw like how much Rox's design just changed like
Yeah.
after the silhouette was revealed. I'm still like a bit like hesitant on like calling out details, like the thing that the little bump that I think you're calling the hair. Like I could still read that as like a garb,
A veil.
like a veil. Yeah. Um. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, it jumped out to me. I was like, it just seems like before Emu has kind of always seemed genderless mostly, but like this
Yeah.
this panel specifically just gives off kind of a feminine vibe. So I just wanted to note that. Like
Yeah.
maybe the Lily
I mean-
body snatcher thing is true.
I mean, like Emu referring to themselves as Moo, like very genderless read. I mean, the body snatcher theory, like if Emu was originally a man in a woman's body, them using like Moo as like a pronoun is like, I don't know, befitting, I think.
Yeah.
But
Like
I don't
the facts are that the male celestial dragons have say as the suffix, and the female celestial dragons
Right.
have gu as the suffix.
Mhm.
And it was like
really, I didn't notice that. Interesting.
it was Nerona Imuse was what Ivankov said when he was talking about like Nerona Emu. So at least in the history books, the Nerona Emu
was-
who lived during the Void Century was a man.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, like, I remember like early on, we get to see there is like a full on portrait of Lily
Yeah,
in the flower room, right? Yeah, there is. Yeah.
it's oh, we don't see it. It's like a silhouetted. It's like a silhouetted.
Yeah. But like, that's what it's implied, right?
Yeah,
like
it's
a full
it's
like
there,
it's
right?
just
Let me
a
look it
full
up.
portrait of like yeah. I mean, I remember people talked about it when it first happened, but like, the implication that like Nerona Emu is like obsessed with Lily.
Oh, it's not silhouetted. It's
I mean, yeah, it looks very identical to Vivi.
to Vivi.
Yeah, I have the image in my head, but I don't remember it that well.
Yeah, that's super interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Any more thoughts about anything connected to this chapter? What do we think's coming next?
Hopefully another rocks chapter, but like, I don't know how much Oda's gonna like. This is already like a blessing. Like just getting this one chapter is like awesome. I hope we get another one. It would be really cool, but I think it would stray a bit too far away from the Elbaph plotline if we.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if we're getting to God Valley or anything. That seems like a little out of the way, but
I think we might get one more rocks chapter, and then it, or like maybe like a section of the next chapter is dedicated to more rocks before going back to Elbaph. And I feel like it would be like, and then God Valley happened. You know what I mean? Like events leading up to God Valley from Rock's perspective.
And then maybe actually I see it now. I think like we still haven't seen the scene of like Loki asking to join Rox's crew. And I think like that probably happens. It says like it says that Harald continued to reject the numerous invitations he received.
So like
it kept
yes,
so I think
Rox
like he kept
coming
going back to Elbaph.
Yeah.
Again, very similar to how Shanks would come back to Makino's bar.
Yeah.
At least it's implied that he's been there a couple times, right? But yeah, I think Rox comes back one last time. He says like, "No, you can't join." Beats up Loki again or whatever, and then he dies.
Yeah.
And then Loki's probably like, "Damn, my goat is dead." Like, I don't know.
Maybe after Rox dies, that's what causes Loki to set sail himself.
Does he set sail like that early? Do we know like if he was like moving around like that?
Well, he was like he did set sail at some point.
Okay,
Like
yeah,
like he was a pirate himself.
yeah,
And
like a one man pirate.
yeah, like one man pirate crew. Or maybe he like took his animal friends on the ship or something. But like he was a pirate himself. Because like in
Mhm.
at the beginning of the Awful Day flashback, Loki like enters and the people are like, "Oh, the prince is back. Like he's back from his adventure." So like
Right,
Loki has returned from some sort of pirating adventure. So maybe
right,
the
right.
the event that causes Loki to want to go set sail. Maybe he doesn't set sail immediately after Rox dies, but like he wants to go set
Mhm.
sail after Rox dies because he's like, "Oh, I have to
Mhm.
live a life of adventure like my goat in honor of him or something."
True, true that. Rocks. I really like the rocks flag. So cool.
It is fire. It's also sort of not necessarily a parallel, but like it's interesting that we have like gold, Roger, silver, Israeli, copper, Gabon, and then rocks. Just
Yeah,
like
rocks.
it's not
Yeah,
like a shiny metal or shiny substance or valuable.
yeah.
It's just rocks.
You're also forgetting Diamond Jozu.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.